Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing today? It's me once again. So today we are going to sew this two-piece Buba outfit, okay, with a crop top and a bell sleeve. So if you're seeing this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe, like, comment so that YouTube can recommend my videos, okay? So you start by folding your fabric into two, just like I have done, okay? Now we're going to use our tape to take our measurements. First, we're taking the length of the crop top. So the length I'm working with is 20 inches for the crop top. You can make it 22 inches so that by the time you're done folding, to be 20. But I use 20 inches, okay? So now I'm getting my neck measurement. The neck I work with is 3 inches length and 3 inches width. I'm going to go ahead and connect it together. Now the next thing is to get our shoulder slant by 1 inch. After that, we'll connect the line, okay? So this is our shoulder slant. Then the next thing is our armhole, or the shoulder first. The shoulder I'm working with is 14 inches divided by 2, that's 7 inches. So from that 7 inches, you connect and get your arm line. Now I've connected the lines together. Now I'm going to curve to create my armhole, okay? Now the next thing is to take from shoulder to my bust point, and that's 11 inches. I'm going to head to rule a straight line. Now shoulder to tummy, that's 3 inches from bust point is tummy. So now I'm going to take my bust circumference. My bust circumference divided by 4, whatever you get, add extra 2 inches. So instead of measuring that of the tummy as well, so I just link the line together with the tummy. So no need to measure the tummy separately, since it's a crop top and it's not a fitted crop top. So no need to measure the tummy separately. So this is me cutting it out now. So this is the front part of the crop top. After that, I'm going to spread what is left of the fabric to cut out the back part of the crop top. Okay, so I'm going to head to spread the remaining fabric. Now I'm going to place the front part on top of it to trace out the back of the crop top. So I'm just cutting out the shoulder slant. I forgot to cut it initially. Now for this back, I also left zipper allowance, okay, 1.5 inch for zipper allowance. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut, starting from the neck to the armhole. If you have watched this video to this point, please kindly give it a thumbs up. And for my old subscribers, thank you for trusting me. Also like this video so that YouTube can recommend it. Thank you. The length, and now I'm going to divide the zipper allowance into 2 because the back side should have 2 separate sides. Now the next one is our lining. This dress is going to have a lining because the fabric is not that strong, it's not a good quality, so I want to just use the lining to boost it, okay? Now I've placed the front part on the lining, folded into 2. The lining was folded into 2, so I placed the front part. So this is me tracing it out, okay? Now I'm going to repeat the same thing for the back side as well. Remember, the back side is 2. It's 2. So I'm going to cut open this side. This is me cutting it open because it's supposed to be 2. Cutting. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and drop your comment. I love seeing your comments, okay? Please, it makes me happy. Thank you. And I'm cutting out the shoulder slant. And that has been done. We're going to set it aside, bring it again, and then let's start our sewing. Let's start with the front part. Now I'm going to place this lining on the right side of the front part, so that after sewing it, I'll flip it up over, start from the neck and then the side, and then I'll go ahead and flip it. This is it. I've done it, and I'll flip it over to review the front side. The same thing, I repeated the same thing for the back side as well. So this is me joining the back with the front so that I can shape this top and finish it up. So this is the zipper allowance region. Normally I'm supposed to sew it first before joining the front and the back. So either way is fine. So I'm just using my chalk to identify it. So if you have a hot iron, just use your hot iron and press down this part so that it will allow you to take your measurements. So now I'm measuring out my bust circumference. This time around is divided by 2, no longer by 4, because I have opened the dress. Now I just minus the extra inches allowance I placed there. Okay, so this is measuring out the tummy as well, and then removing the 2 inches extra allowance. So I'll just link the lines together straight, and then I'll sew. Starting from the shoulder, I will join the shoulder and then join the side. Okay, and then apply the zip as well, or attach the zip. And this is it. I'm gonna have to attach the zip, and I've sewn the side. So let's open it up for you to see. So this is it. This is already looking beautiful when we are not even done yet. So the next thing now is the sleeve. Okay, so with the remaining fabric, you're going to go ahead and fold it into 2 as well, and take your arm circumference, whatever your arm circumference is, add extra allowance because it's a free sleeve, so it shouldn't be tight. So the sleeve length I work with is 27 inches. My actual sleeve length is 25 inches, but I added extra 27 because this is it's supposed to be a very long bell sleeve. Okay, so I went ahead to curve my tape to get the armhole measurement. This is where I'm going to be attaching it. I'm going to be attaching it armhole to armhole, so that's why I made that curve. Now to create that bell sleeve, I placed my tape at the shoulder to my elbow. Okay, shoulder to my elbow was 15 inches, and I went ahead to draw a line to that 15 inches, to that elbow line, and then I brought out my hand to curve, to make a sort of a V curve, so, or a bell curve, so that the sleeve will be like a bell shape. Okay, I hope you understand. You place your tape from the shoulder of the sleeve, get your elbow length, mark a straight line to identify the elbow length, and then you make that bell shape or the V shape curve to get the perfect bell sleeve. Okay, now this is the first part of the sleeve. I'm going to place this one on the remaining fabric and cut out the second one. Again, if you have watched this video to this point, kindly like if you haven't liked already, subscribe, share, comment. Please comment. I love your comments so much. Okay, they make me happy. So this is me tracing out the second sleeve. Okay, and this is the elbow line. You bring out your hand as you're cutting so that you can get your bell shape. And that is it. I'm gonna have to open. You can see it's very wide because I added a lot of allowance because it's a free sleeve. Okay, now we'll sew from here and here. We'll close up the sleeve from there and there, and this is it. I'm gonna have to close it up, so I've turned it to the right side. Okay, this is me turning it to the right side, and I've turned the second one to the right side as well. Now it's time for us to attach it to our top. This is our top now. Okay, now I'm going to measure the armhole on the sleeve to rhyme with the armhole on the top. Okay, so this is 10 inches and that is 10 inches. So let's see the one on the armhole, on the top rather. Let's see the armhole on the top and see if it's the same thing. So I had to turn it to the wrong side so that I can get an actual armhole. So now I'm going to go ahead and trim my shoulder further. To me, I want to make it 4.5 inches. Before it was 5 inches, but I felt 5 inches will be sewed down. It's going to drop because my shoulder is 14 inches normally. So I went ahead to do 4.5. So I'm going to just trim it off. I'm just cutting out the 1/2 inch I made. So now I'm trying to get my armhole to rhyme with the sleeve. I'm cutting the other side of the sleeve of the armhole. So I'm going to place my tape as well to make sure that it rhymes with the sleeve. And if it didn't rhyme, I'll cut it a little bit more. Just make sure that the armhole on your top and armhole on the sleeve is the same. So this is it. Now it is 9.5 inches here. Okay, so and the one on the sleeve is 10 inches. So what I'm going to do for the sleeve is I'm going to sew it a little bit for the sleeve, not the top. I'm going to sew it a little bit to get 9.5 because that of the sleeve was 10 inches armhole. Okay, I've gone ahead to do that off camera. Now I'm going to place the right side of this armhole and the right side of the armhole on the shirt or the top, and I'll sew it round. The same thing on the other side as well. And this is his guide. Guys, I've gone ahead to do that, and it's looking beautiful already. Okay, so over to the skirt now. Remember, it's a 2-piece, so we are done with the top. Now we're going over to sew the skirt. Now you're going to go ahead and spread your fabric on your table, fold into 2 just like so, and then you go ahead and get the length of your skirt. You can make your skirt a very short skirt, a mini skirt, but mine is 3/4. It's not short, it's not long, it's not too long, it's not too short. So I'm minusing 2 inches for bind. Okay, so the length I work with was 27 inches for length of skirt. Now I'm getting my waist measurement. Whatever you get, you divide by 4 and add extra 2 inches allowance. Now from waist to hip is 8 inches. You go ahead and draw your line. Always draw this line from waist to hip so that you don't make mistake on your hip measurement. Now I'm taking the circumference of my hip divided by 4. Whatever I get, I added extra 2 inches. Now I've linked the line from the waist to the hip. So this is me taking it all the way down. Okay, so I'm taking it all the way down. So for skirt, the only measurement you're taking is your waist and your hip. Only waist and hip is what you're taking for skirts, and then the length of the skirt, of course. So why I use 27 inches for the length of my skirt, because I'm still going to fold it more. So whatever length of skirt you want, it's fine. You can make it shorter. It's even finer if it's shorter. It's also fine if it's longer. Okay. So now I'm folding the remaining part of the fabric to cut out the back part of the skirt. Now I've gone ahead to place the front part on the fabric to trace out the back part. Remember, I also brought out 1.5 inches for zip allowance. Okay, so this is me cutting it down and opening up the zip allowance region, and that's it. So this skirt is a fitted pencil skirt, and it's going to have slit at the back. Now, as usual, it's also going to have lining. So I'm going to fold the lining into 2, place the front one on it and trace it out. Okay, this is me cutting it out. You can do full lining, you can do half lining. So me, I did full lining. You can see the lining got to the end of the skirt. Now the remaining one, trace out the back part of the skirt, the part that have the zip allowance. It's usually wider because of the zip allowance. Now I'm going ahead to cut it as well. And again, if you have watched this video up to this point, wow, thank you for loving me. Please kindly drop a thumbs up, a comment. I love your comments, and then a share, and so YouTube can recommend me. Okay, thank you. Now it's time for us to sew, just like we did for the top, just like we did on the top. We're going to also do the same thing on the skirt. The right side, you place the lining on the right side, then join here, and then flip it over, and here it is. I also did the same thing for the back side of the skirt. So these are the 2 backs of the skirt. Okay, and this is the front. Also keep ironing as you're doing, because iron makes it finer and obedient. Okay, now I'm going to get the length of the bind. Remember, we removed 2 inches for bind when we are cutting. So this is me trying to get the length of the bind for the front. So this is the back. The length of the back is 11 inches. 11 inches. So I'm going to cut 11 inches, 11 inches. That's 2 11 inches for the back. Okay, so this is the remaining fabric now. It's for me to cut out the bind. I'm going to fold it and measure 2 inches. Remember, it was 2 inches that we minused. So I'm going to measure 2 inches. You can measure 2.5 because of sewing allowance. By the time you join it, it will no longer be 2 inches. So you can do 2 and small inches for sewing. So this is the first front. This is the front one. The front one is longer. So I'm just going to cut it. that is it. So I'm going to cut the back as well. Remember, the back is 11 inches. 11 plus 2 is 22 inches. So this is 22 inches length right now. So after cutting it, I'm going to just divide it into 2. Okay, so I'm done cutting it. I'm just going to go ahead, find the midpoint and cut it so that the back skirt will have 1 each. Yeah, so this one side is 11 inches and the other side is 11 inches, but I didn't do exact 11 inches just in case. So you can just add 1 inch. You can make it 12 inches. So I'm gonna head to join them. This is the back and this is the front. I'm gonna head to join them. So now it's time for us to shape the skirt. I'm going to place the back one on top of the front one, right side facing right side. Okay, just like we did on the top. Now I'm going to bring out the zipper allowance as well, just like we did when we were cutting the top. Now I'm going to use my chalk to identify the zipper allowance, just like so. And then if you have your hot iron, you can iron it first. You can even join it first before you can join the zipper allowance first before joining it with the front skirt. So anyone you want is fine. So this is me taking my waist measurement. Whatever I got, I divided by 2 and minus the extra 2 inches allowance I placed there. And now the hip circumference divided by 2 this time, no longer by 4, because the skirt is no longer folded. You've opened it up. Okay, so whatever you get, you minus 2 inches here and or minus the whatever amount of allowance you added. If it's 1 inch, if it's 2 inches, whatever, you minus here and minus there and join it. So this is me joining from waist to hip, joining it together. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew it down. Very simple. Skirt is really very simple to sew. We're going to sew it down and then attach the zipper as well. And here it is. I've sewn it and I've flipped it to the right side, and I'm going ahead to also join the zip. Okay, this is it, and this is me wearing it, guys. It's so beautiful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. I will see you in my next video. Bye. And if you haven't subscribed, please kindly do so. Okay, just encourage me. Encourage me. It won't take you anything to subscribe. You know, to create content is not easy. Please, I'm begging. Okay, encourage me. Okay, like, share, comment, drop that comment. I love your comments. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I love you all. See you in my next video. Okay, bye.